Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in 2 Kings chapter 1, verses 1 through 18. And for a nation to do God's will, there has to be individuals that are willing to do God's will. If we are committed to God, then He will accomplish His plans through us. Baal-zebub was a false god to believe to have prophecy of what this god would say the future would hold. And the king had forgotten about the God of Israel. He had lost respect for the God of Israel and even for the men that God chose to speak His word. Now, he sent out captains with men of 50 3 different times. 2 of those captains did address Elijah as a man of God, but they were not genuine in their word. They did not have respect. They were addressing Elijah as this because that is what the king told them to do. Now, the 3rd captain had came to Elijah with a humble attitude and begging for mercy for his life and the lives of his men. And because of his humble attitude, he saved his life and the lives of the men that were with him. Now, he had respect for Elijah. He had respect for God and God's power. He had already seen God's power put into play. Now, effective lives begins with the right attitude towards God. Before religious words can come out of our mouth, they have to be formed in our heart first. We need to let respect and humility and servanthood to be characteristics of our attitudes towards God and others that we come in contact with. Now, the history of these kings came out of a book, but God delivered the thoughts and the process of the writers to create the Bible and the books of the kings. God is truth, and His words were written down from truth. This is much like a professor or a company that is writing down all the information for a project that's being done. They are going to be sure that the information is correct and that everybody will be able to use that and see that so that their projects become successful. And we live in a world where leaders don't seek God in their lives, and our countries are tormented by war. And many people will believe in science and mathematics and war, but they don't believe in God. And true worship of God is very rare here on earth. So we need to take a look at our life. We need to see what part God plays in our life. And if God is barely in your life, then no wonder things don't work out like they're supposed to. No wonder there's so many trials and problems and heartache and feeling lost and being depressed. But if you will turn to the Lord, if you will read the Bible, if you will have a conversation with God, He will be there and He will show up in a mighty way. May God be with you in everything and every way.